Hey, everybody. I wanted to take a few minutes here to welcome all of you into our course, Writing 280, Argumentation from Antiquity to Online. My name is Professor Rick Reed. Please feel free to call me Rick or Professor Reed, whatever makes you most comfortable. And you're going to notice pretty quickly here that while the title of our course is Argumentation from Antiquity to Online, we're going to be talking a lot about rhetoric. And I don't want that to throw you or anything, but in many ways, argument, the way we're thinking about it, or argumentation, the way we're thinking about it, isn't sort of like the argument that we get in with get into with our loved ones or our friends or our family. That could be part of it for sure. But argumentation, we're really, if we look at the Oxford English Dictionary definition of argument, right? We're talking about multiple things. A process of reasoning is one definition. Persuasion is another definition. An exchange of diverging points of view. And all these things, what they add up to is rhetoric. And so we will talk about that. And I don't want to sort of at the outset here give you a sense that things are going to be extraordinarily confusing. Certainly not. Actually, I feel that rhetoric is one of the more interesting and dynamic, if not essential, topics that we can investigate. Not just in terms of a kind of book smart education, but just in terms of the way in which thinking about the way in which we relate to one another, but also the way in which we relate to our worlds. So, in that sense, I feel like rhetoric or argumentation is, yes, a kind of messy concept, or they're messy concepts in terms of them not having one discrete, definite definition. However, it's a good kind of, or a productive kind of mess, or a productive kind of trouble, in the sense that it gives us the opportunity for multiple investigations into the way in which we relate to one another and the way we relate to our worlds. So the sort of overall arc of this class will be to drop in on a few of the sort of not necessarily controversial, but some of the major turning points, if you will, in our understanding of rhetoric and what it is, all the way from even before ancient times, if you will, what we're going to call prehistory times, all the way up until the current time. So that's a huge scope. So we will, like I said, just be dropping in on some of the key moments here and there to give us a kind of survey of the history of rhetoric or the history of argumentation, if you will, in our history. And that's world history. That's just not in the West. Um, so without further ado, I will just want to mention a couple of things so we can get started. Number one is that this class's modality is designated as HawkSYNC. And what that essentially means is that this is an online course. We will not have any in-person class meetings or interactions. So the class is entirely online, and we will have once a week synchronous class meetings. Now, the designated time for our class meetings is 11:15 in the morning to 12:30 p.m. on Tuesdays and Fridays. Now, like I said, we will actually only be meeting for one of these synchronous sessions per week, most often, most commonly. And those sessions will happen on Fridays. And the reasons for that is because while those online synchronous meetings will be great opportunities for us to have really interesting discussions and exchanges, for the first part of the week, we'll be doing the kind of reading and the activities to prepare us for those discussions and those exchanges. So on that note, we don't have a first synchronous meeting on Tuesday, the 9th. Our first online synchronous meeting from 11:30 a.m. to 12:45 p.m. will be on Friday, the 12th. I think I have those days right. I'll be giving you emails and updates, so you're sure to have it. And I will also include in those emails a link to the Zoom where we will have that synchronous meeting. But that is not until Friday the 12th. In the meantime, there are a number of things that I hope you'll take care of before we get started. And by get started, I mean essentially the semester starts on Monday the 8th, is number one, to read the homepage on our Canvas course as well as the syllabus. And make sure that you take a close look at the syllabus, read it over carefully. Being that this is an online synchronous course, we're not going to go over every sort of inch of the syllabus in person, if you will. Well, not in person, but on Zoom, due to time constraints. So it's our contract for the course, so it's important that you take a look and read through that syllabus carefully. The other thing is to sign up for a case study post. And that sign up sheet, again, I'll provide you all these links in an email forthcoming, but that case study is a discussion board post that each of us will be presenting. We do it just once a semester, in which we provide our own perspective or our own interpretation or take on a particular reading. So you want to sign up for a case study post. It's first come, first serve. So if you want to sort of make sure you have preference about what module you'll be doing, you want to get there as soon as you can. And then to also post to our first discussion board, which is called Personal Intros, which is probably self-explanatory. It's just it's a discussion board in which we will introduce ourselves, including myself. We will introduce ourselves to one another. So outside of that, you want to make sure that you stay in touch with the announcements in this class in Canvas, the Canvas announcements. That's the primary way in which I communicate with you we'll be communicating with the class throughout the semester. You want to make sure usually that those things go directly into your email inbox. And also that all of our work can be found on the modules page in Canvas. Right now, we just have the first module up there, but I will be putting stuff up as the class progresses according to our individual needs. Outside of that, my cat just jumped into the video. Outside of that, I'm looking forward to getting this class started. Such is the life in the world of Zoom. I hope everybody is doing well and staying strong and staying healthy. I look forward to sort of diving in on the material and all of us engaging our sort of diverse perspectives and points of view. And so I hope you're excited as well. I'll talk to you soon. Take care.